From the Scripps Studios, this is 10 News.
Right now on 10 News at 5, taking a live look at La Jolla. Big crowds expected at our local beaches for the long 4th of July weekend. Good evening, I'm Vanessa Benhefti. 10 News has team coverage of the weekend weather and some safety concerns at the coast. Let's get straight to reporter Hannah Mullins, live at Mission Beach. Hannah.
There are lifeguards all over. They say if you're headed into the water, make sure to go in feet first, do the stingray shuffle, and be sure to keep a close eye on your kids.
Oh, I'm 70 years old, and she's 80.
Don't let that fool you. Esther and Marilyn might just be the life of the beach party. They usually are.
I could see a straight shot to the bed. For some reason, I couldn't get from point A to point B. And I got courage, and I ran real fast, and I hit my bed.
Well, that had a little bit to do with the vodka, I think.
Well, it was New Year's Eve, all right?
They can't smoke or drink, which leaves more room for the best friends to watch men.
We look at them. Oh, yeah, we look at them.
They won't mind swimming near a lifeguard.
Are you from here, Dave?
And not because it drops your chance of drowning to 1 in 18 million.
We got him to look at. He's as big as a tree.
I like the bad boys, though.
She'll have plenty to pick from with a few 100,000 people at local beaches.
They'll be dropping like flies. They got the ambulance already here.
Rip currents cause most rescues, but they'll just ride them out parallel to shore.
Our buggy board here.
They'll watch for surfers, not sharks.
I wouldn't be afraid of a shark. Just punch him in the nose.
At least they're safer swimming together, but you couldn't peel them apart unless it's to search for the one thing they forgot.
We brought all our stuff we need, music. We didn't bring any of that, but we'll find it.
Now, if you need to know the hazards of the day, just check in with lifeguards. They're all over. There'll be even more on Tuesday. We're live in Mission Beach. Hannah Mullins, 10 News.
Crowded there, Hannah. Thanks so much. And you know, they've talked about sharks. The shark warning at San Onofre State Beach has actually expired after surfers spotted a shark just yesterday. The 8 to 10 foot shark was near the popular Old Man's Surf Spot. Lifeguards did post some warning signs, but that didn't keep people from getting in the water. The sighting wasn't far from where a shark attacked a North County mom back in April. 10 News weather anchor Jennifer De La Cruz joining us now with kind of a pleasant forecast.
Yeah, we have a mild weekend ahead of us. It should definitely be nice to get out and enjoy your holiday weekend. It'll be mild on the coast. No advisories to tell you about. We will have waves between 2 and 4 feet, so not so bad. Your water temperature between 62 and 69 degrees. Taking you live outside right now in Coronado. A lot of people out there enjoying their Saturday on the beach. We have some low-lying clouds and a little bit of that marine layer, and that's going to continue to be the pattern, but otherwise mostly mild conditions. Your temperature right now is 68 degrees in downtown San Diego, 72 in Kearney Mesa, 75 in Escondido, and 67 in Carlsbad. Compared to where we were yesterday, we're slightly cooler, but we do have a warm-up on the way. I'll tell you when those temps are going to start to bump up coming up in your 7-day forecast.
Okay, Jen, and we have posted all of your 4th of July resources at 10news.com. That's where you can find more information about microchipping your pets, the lowest gas prices in your area, and celebrations happening all over town. Breaking news now in the far North County, a small brush fire breaking out near homes in Rainbow. CAL FIRE says it burned about 2 acres, but firefighters have stopped it from spreading. They expect to be mopping it up soon. A house fire prompted a huge hazmat response in central San Diego. 10 News reporter Laura Acevedo live. And Laura, neighbors stopped this fire from being worse.
Yeah, and neighbors say they saw the smoke coming from the roof and they ran over into this house and knocked on the door to get those people to come outside. Now, the fire started in the garage just after 10 this morning, and by the time firefighters showed up, the family was outside. Paint and other chemicals were melted in the fire, prompting a hazmat cleanup. The family watched outside as crews worked on saving their home. It is unclear how the fire started, but charred materials were found in the front of the home, leaving behind $10,000 in damages. Now, the family did not want to talk on camera, but they did tell